On mute. What's up, Yankees universe? KOD Nation, stand up. You degenerates. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and we are here on a Tuesday, a special trade deadline episode of Yankees Morning Brew. We are here. It is 5:01. We literally have 59 more minutes left for the Major League trade deadline. We had a bunch of explosive news that happened today while we was on early on in the morning. The Juan Soto deal came out and leaked out right before we got off. We was able to break that down a little bit, but it's official. Juan Soto is in San Diego. The Yankees made their moves for Frankie Montas and the reinforcements, but I couldn't talk about this all by myself. I had to bring in my man, Jigga Man Porto.
Yo, bro. That you know what? That intro. I'd rather just keep doing that a couple more times for the rest of the episode. That was dope. What's up, homie?
I'm here, baby. You know, just chilling, just here, excited on this happy Tuesday, this trade deadline special, bro. How you feeling?
Bro, who would have thought we'd plan a trade deadline special and we'd be in here happy. Like no one can say shh about Cashman. Cashman came through this time. He was just like, let me show you. Bro, I know we're going to break down so much, but like I want to talk the Soto trade too, because you and I have talked about that offline a lot. And you know my thoughts there. I loved when you broke down the salary and you were like, oh, we can pull it off. But I kept telling you, my fear was if that trade happened, is that a sign that we're not going to just back up the Brinks truck for Judge? I felt like it may have kind of rubbed him the wrong way if we did it, which, you know, of course, they give the political answer, right? No, we all are friends. Let's hug it out. Blah, blah, blah. No. So I'm okay with him going to San Diego. Yes, he's a generational talent and blah, 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 blah. We have that too.
We do.
We have that.
Number 99.
99, baby.
Number 99, baby. We got it. We're definitely going to touch on the Aaron Judge situation, right? But, you know, we couldn't do this by ourselves. We had to bring in somebody that I strong arm in Twitter. You know, he's down with these degenerates that we hang out with nowadays. But my man, Frankie Two Tones, had to bring in Frankie because, you know, Frankie, you can't go nowhere, baby. You can't go nowhere no more, bro.
Yeah. What Hector doesn't know is Frankie's been DMing me on the side, being like, "Yo, when do I replace Hector?" I'm like, "Yo, Frankie, what are you talking about, bro?"
Listen, Frankie, fight to the death. We put a fork in the middle of the room. Whoever wins gets the show. But of course, we had to bring in, you know, the guy who runs Friday nights, our main man, the big Zook himself. Zook. What it do? Salute.
How we doing today? I think
we're good until we let the Met guy on here.
I think our feelings about the trade deadline are a little different based on how our two teams are performing quite differently right now.
Oh, were you not upset? We got Benintendi. We got Andrew Benintendi. Who you guys get?
Nobody.
Nobody.
We're
sure. What up, Keith in the chat?
Keith, what it do? Salute, brother. What it do, Keith? You know, yeah, but you know, there's still, you know, all jokes aside, there's 56 minutes left, you know, for the trade. I figured the Mets, they're going to do something, right? They're not going to sleep and let this trade deadline. I'm seeing Wilson Contreras and David Robertson in the next 20 minutes, Zook. We got to put money over and under.
Robertson went to the Phillies.
That goes my thought. Never mind.
All right, so
Robertson went to the Phillies.
Since we're gonna jump in on the trade stuff, I want to talk about the rumors right now. With there only being 55 minutes left, Yo, are we really shopping Glaber?
I
Like,
hate
that's all. That's right. I'm seeing it all through the rumors. Not in the lineup tonight. Are we?
John Heyman, Mets don't see a likelihood in Contreras. John Heyman just now.
Ooh, sorry,
Yeah.
Zook.
And I saw that a while ago.
Yeah.
Look, the Mets are in a weird spot where their farm system is quite unique because it's really top heavy or really bad. So it doesn't lend itself for rentals because no one wants our shitty prospects and like our top 5 or 6 guys we're not going to give for rentals. So it was always going to be a little bit more difficult to trade than people thought because we really don't have any mid-level prospects that are good to just toss away right now. You know, and the big thing is the Mets have a mid-level prospect, this guy Vientos, but they're pretty higher on him than I am personally. So they made him untouchable. That was the report 2 days ago that when he became untouchable, that's when these Contreras talks, the JD Martinez talks, the Trey Mancini talks kind of shut down because he was the one prospect that a lot of people wanted. And look, he hit 19 home runs in the minors right now, which is decent, but the Mets can win the World Series this year. And he's like our 6th or 7th best hitting prospect. So, you know, he's kind of like Timothy Mozgov for me in that standpoint, where if that's what they're asking for, like, take it, man. Like, the Mets can legitimately win a World Series this year. And what's Mark Vientos going to be on this team at most? Like a bench bat? Like, come on.
Yeah, I agree with a lot you said there, except the fact of you guys winning the World Series, right? Because that's already happening with the other New York team. But another report came out. They're talking several inquiries from teams about Gleyber Torres, and talks are heating up. I mean, what are you thinking, Hector? You think we really do trade? What are we going after to get rid of freaking Gleyber?
Well, I'm gonna just put the trade tracker, just have it right here next to us as we have these conversations, just to see if anything happens while we're talking. But when it comes to Gleyber Torres, Gleyber Torres has been a prospect for us since he was 17, 18 years old, since we got him for the Chicago Cubs. He came up with the Yankees. We've wanted to see Gleyber Torres here shine. He had that one good season with us. I don't know why my trade track is acting up. He had that one good season with us, but besides that, it's been a disappointment. You know, we all know what Gleyber Torres can do, but if the right price is there, if we could get a Pablo Lopez, right? If the right piece is there, you know, even with Detroit Tigers, if we could trade for Screwball and get back Gregory Soto, their close they have in Detroit, you can't turn that down. That has to be a conversation we have to have.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that. You know, it's just, and especially doesn't help that he's been so up and down, right? And he was finding his groove, and then now he's back on that. But man, you know my thoughts on Gleyber. I'm still a big Gleyber fan, but I mean, I guess we'll find out here in the next 52 minutes if we're keeping. Right? But the best news this afternoon was Gallo is gone, bitch.
He's gone. Joe, Frankie, we're gonna have a special episode this week when Frankie gets back home. We're going to have a jersey burning episode. Frankie, let the people know what's gonna happen and what they could expect.
On Thursday, me and Hector are having a special episode. We're gonna be revealing my new Twitter handle, and we're gonna be throwing out the Gallo jersey live on air. So you're not gonna want to miss that one. That's gonna be a special one.
On Thursday, Frankie and myself, we will be exercising Yankees fans' demons on Thursday, right? You know, and I know it's a bit funny. You know, a lot of people have been beating up on Joey Gallo, but honestly, Joey Gallo, for me, deep down personally, I wish you the best. You know, it was a bummer, you know, seeing everything that happened when it comes to your time here and how the fans got on you. Sometimes we could be vicious, we could be nasty, but one thing I do want to call out, all the Dodger fans that are on Twitter coming for Yankee fans for our treatment for Joey Gallo. Listen, you guys did the same thing with Russell Westbrook this year. You don't forget, don't act like you're innocent, like you guys didn't try to bury Russell Westbrook this year. Come on, let's not be stupid.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, man. You know, we obviously really wanted Gallo to work out. What up, DiCaprio in the building too? What's up, bro?
What up? What is
DD
going
was
on?
good.
Obviously, we would have loved for Gallo to work out, right? And it sucks that, I mean, even in his conversation after the trade, I mean, he said it. I hit rock bottom in New York.
Yeah.
And you hate to see it. And yeah, like you said, New York fans and Yankee fans, we can be brutal when you're not performing. But when you're doing great, we love you and we support you. So, you know, no ill will towards Gallo. It wasn't working. I mean, it wasn't even like it was a slight, like, ooh, there's a kink. No, that was a broken part in the ship. All right, that thing was just tanked. Oh, he's raising his hand. Oh,
Let me ask you three this question.
Oh, the Met fan is raising his hand.
You all say that. Game 7, bottom of the 9th. Yankees up 3. Joey Gallo steps up to the plate for the Dodgers, bases loaded. How big is the poop in the 3 of your pants is knowing that Joey Gallo has a chance to beat you guys in the World Series? Because that would just be some crazy, crazy poetic justice that genuinely, if I was a fan in that situation, no matter how bad he was, he would be the last guy I would want him, because that's just how sports work.
I have a question, Zoo, before everybody jumps in on it. You said we're up by 3?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm hitting him so he doesn't get the chance. You know, bring him around.
That's
you
fair.
can get an RBI on a hit. I'm hitting you in the back.
No, we're sitting there. We're wondering if they're going to pinch hit. We're like, you guys aren't really going to leave Gallo in this situation, right? Like, we are questioning what the Dodgers are doing. I can see our coach, Boone, walking over there and be like, yo, you sure? You want us to pitch? Like, you know it's an out, right? That's how I see it playing out, Zoo.
Yeah, it's a strikeout. That's the exact conversation I had. Me and my dad were at lunch when he got traded. And we had the exact conversation.
Everyone's having that. Yeah, my buddies are having that. It's all the same scenario. Like, what happens when Joey Gallo is up against you guys in the World Series now? All Yankee fans are saying that now.
So, you know what? Hold on. I got an idea. Let's jump over to DiCaprio, because I know Mr. Astros fan himself. Are you worried that we made sure to grab Lou? No. I know how to handle the Astros, Trevino?
No. I'm not worried about anything, honestly. I'm literally not worried about a thing. But hold on, real quick. I love the Mets-Yankees, like, World Series talk, like, right now, because the Mets are having their first good season in a decade, and they automatically think that they're going to the World Series. They may not even win the division. Like,
that's a dab, a petty dab.
Cool the Jets on the Mets to the World Series talk. Please win the division first and make it out of the first round before y'all get hype, okay?
Yeah.
That's what we need to do first. Yankees fans. God, I love you guys. You're so, top of the world. We got the best record in baseball. Y'all haven't led a full inning against the Astros all year. With 2 wins. That's fine. But you haven't led an inning all year. What makes you think that's going to change in the playoffs?
I got a buzz. A buzz is hitting my chest right now. Hold on.
I mean, that's fantastic. so we go with the buzz joke. That was 2017. What is the excuse?
No. The buzz joke is 2019. The 2017 was a trash can. 2017 was a trash can. 2019 was the buzzer.
I mean, so what about 2020, 2021?
Listen, I'm not gonna. I get it. You have look. I always say how it is. You have your right to come on here and talk your talk, all right? Because you guys are proving it.
I'm honestly not here to talk shit about the Yankees. Honestly, like I honestly want to talk
about. You're talking shit, but laying facts, right? We haven't led with a lead against the Astros.
Yeah. The most we trailed in a game was 3 runs.
Right, and that's why, you know what? 100%. There's no question that the trade with the Lou Trevino was for the pure fact that his pitching against Astros players is good. So for me, just seeing that trade shows that Cashman knows what we need, where we're headed. If we're getting that game, it's inevitable we play you guys. It's inevitable. If anybody questions that, they're crazy.
Credit that I can give the Astros back in return, because as soon as the Montas and Lou Trevino deal was announced, and Trevino, his numbers against the Astros, you guys went out there and got Trey Mancini and Christian Vasquez, both who have good numbers against the Yankees. So to me, both teams did everything they can to upgrade themselves, and at the same time, they didn't go out of their way to gut their prospects, trying to beat the other team. Because we both know you guys have a comfortable lead in your division, we have a comfortable lead in our division. You guys are the favorite going into this into a series. I can say that. You know, it won't be. And I've said this multiple times, DiCaprio, that if the Yankees, for say one instance, if the Astros get eliminated in the first round, doesn't face the Yankees, and the Yankees win a World Series, it's not going to be as justifiable or sweet if we don't beat you guys in the ALCS. It's not good to me. It's not going to count until we exercise our demons against the Astros and then win in the World Series.
This is how the Red Sox felt for years, right? When they play the Yankees in the playoffs, and you know they could never get over the hump. You know, I mean, I feel that. Like, I understand. But, you know, it's crazy because that Mancini trade really, like, it hit me out of left field. Like, you know, because it was like, damn, that's a really, really, really good bat that we picked up for literally next to nothing, you know?
Yeah, you guys didn't give up. The Tampa Bay Rays gave up their top prospect to help you guys. I'm like...
And what's funny is, I mean, Jose Siri's not a bad prospect, but honestly, like, you know, center field's a logjam right now, trying to figure that out. I have seen, I keep checking my phone. I have seen that, you know, we do want to make another move in the outfield because, I mean, honestly, you know, we've still got that little bit of gap with Brantley being out and stuff like that. So, you know, picking up Vasquez was also key because as good as Maldonado is behind the plate, he can't do shit with the bat. So getting Vasquez at least kind of upgrades that point, you know, a little bit more. So, you know, it'll be very.
Oh.
All
right. Well, bouncing off his point, since he just disappeared.
There he is.
Oh, okay.
So what I did was I accidentally hit log in.
Swear to God, it was none of us. It was none of us who did that. Oh, okay.
I went to
I don't want anybody who's watching in the chat, myself, Jiggerman, Zook, Frank. We didn't kick out the Astros fan, all right?
They're like, oh, they're that type of podcast. They just kick people that disagree.
I'm gonna get my water. I'll be right back.
So have you guys talked about, you know, any of the big trades today? I know y'all just hopped on not too long ago.
Yeah, well, so far we've kind of been breaking down really the
mostly
Soto Gallo
and Gallo, yeah.
And Soto's huge. Trade. That Soto trade.
That trade is generational. I mean,
yeah, and you get Josh Bell too.
Since A-Rod, they're trade for someone of that caliber.
No, absolutely. But I think, like, the crazy thing that people are missing, like, in the Soto trade, like, you know, what they got back, what Washington got back. Like, I'm a big guy in the prospects and stuff like that because I've done baseball cards for, you know, years. But it's like you get Mackenzie Gore. You get CJ Abrams. You know, the guys that they got back for him, honestly, are going to make a difference immediately. Yeah. You know, and so if you can upgrade your team immediately in several different spots, I mean, that's a no-brainer move. I think that's why the Cardinals backpedaled, because it was like they wanted like Dylan Carlson and several other like major key players. Exactly. And it's like, yo, the Cardinals would literally be hamstringing themselves just for a couple years of Soto, you know?
Yeah. You know, I'm a little bit on the other end. I saw a tweet today that I agreed with wholeheartedly, and it was like before we even see the return, the Nationals lost the Soto trade. And I'm one of those guys. Like, when it's a superstar, for me, it like doesn't matter. Like they were never gonna get. No one was ever gonna give them a return that was ever gonna be worth the generational talent that Juan Soto is. Especially like, honestly, like Mackenzie Gore is okay, and he was a top prospect, but we've seen him in the majors a little bit where I don't think he's going to be crazy good. You know, CJ Abrams maybe, but still, like, for a player like Soto, who may be the best hitter in baseball now at 23, and you have for 15 years.
Yo, the best is seeing DiCaprio turn red and raise his hand. He's like, put me in, tap me in, coach, I got something.
So
DiCaprio, yes.
So I get that. I get that 100%. But my thought process was that, okay, you don't trade him. and he sits there for another 2 years and then walks for absolutely nothing.
Yo, Richie in the chat said it best, and I gotta agree. Nationals don't lose the trade because they weren't going anywhere this year.
They're not going anywhere
Exactly.
for the next 3
Bingo.
seasons.
Wow.
They're not
Exactly.
going anywhere no time
The
soon.
future plan
Hey.
with him on there, you build around him, but it's not enough anyways.
No,
Especially
it's
now the
gone.
next couple. Exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, San Diego pulling the trade. They literally, not just with him, the Josh Bell edition.
Oh, yeah.
They literally
Oh,
said,
wait.
"Hey,
They just got
Dodgers."
Brandon Jury.
Yeah,
man.
so you
They got
got
Brandon Drury.
Hader, Soto, Bell,
God, they're going crazy.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
they're going
I mean,
nuts.
They're-
from Padres
this-
side, they gave up nothing to get
all
Soto and
this
Josh Bell.
to
And that's what I'm
lose
saying
in
in
the
terms of
wild card.
like they're feeling like they legit just fleeced them.
Yeah, and they
It's
got the
like-
Eric Hosmer contract off their books.
Like,
Yeah,
it's-
No. If you no. It just came out a little while ago. Eric Hosmer vetoed the trade, and I was just
he went
about to
the
bring this up.
Sox.
He's with the
If
Sox
we
now.
can, yeah, he's with the Sox now. If we can't light a candle right now, because Luke Voigt is going back to Washington.
He's going to the Nationals.
So he's going to the
47
Nationals. So I
Oh.
feel so sorry for Luke Voigt starting spring training with the Yankees, getting shipped off to San Diego, and now he'll be in
My
Washington.
man's on a world tour.
I just want to, real quick, I just want to throw this out there since it only came out a minute ago, just a little off topic. Ladies and gentlemen, let the record show that Aaron Judge is the AL Player of the Month. How
Yeah.
you doing?
How you
I
doing?
mean,
There we go, baby.
who else was it going to be, though, honestly? Like, who else?
Oh, I agree. There's
know?
nobody.
And
thinking
that's
of.
and what's crazy is, this is my biggest thing right now. Like, you can say, Astros fan, blah, blah, blah. Yo, the only way Judge doesn't win MVP is if, God forbid, something happens to him. Literally. I mean,
Knock on
people
wood, yeah.
saying Ohtani should be back-to-back MVPs. Like, I mean, I get that because he does both, but there's no chance in hell with the warpath that Aaron Judge is on that you do not give that man the MVP as of August 2nd, 2022.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
he's
no
not
way.
lying. He's not lying.
Yeah,
It's
100%.
funny,
Keith,
too, because my cousin is also a Mets fan, and the conversation we had the other night, he literally said the same thing. He was like, "Bro, I'm not a Yankee guy. I'm not a Judge guy." He said, "But if your boy doesn't get injured, how does he not win the MVP this year?"
No way. No way.
Yeah,
There's
no way.
there's no way. I was gonna ask Keith, because you came in a little bit late when it
Mhm.
comes to like the Juan Soto deal. Besides the Juan Soto deal, anything else stood out to you when it comes to this trade deadline?
Oh no, the Phillies, man. I think the Phillies did a real good job trying to compete and keeping that wild card spot.
Yeah.
David Robertson, Brandon Marsh, dude. I didn't even know Brandon Marsh was on the block. I didn't know the Angels were getting rid of him. He's still a good young talent, good outfielder for them. Hopefully, he can't replace Harper. I don't know what Harper's situation is like on the IL right now. I don't know if he's coming back, but I think they made 2 good moves there. Minnesota as well, man. Minnesota
Yes.
did some good dealing.
Good move.
To try and run away with that division because Chicago's on their heels and so is who else
Cleveland.
who is it?
Cleveland, right?
Cleveland's on
Cleveland,
their
yeah,
heels.
the Guardians.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they did. I think they did good. Other than that, I hate to say it, but the Red Sox sneaky good moves, man.
What if-
Tony Pham and Eric Hosmer. That's not some
solid
more
moves.
contact around these guys because at the top of the lineup, you're not scared of anybody after JD Martinez or after
Yeah.
Devers. You're not scared of anybody after 1 to 3.
What if I told you I think the Red Sox make a trade and trade away one of those players
Like
in
Martinez.
the next 40 minutes, actually?
Yeah, I think so.
JD Martinez.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
guys
I believe
feel
it.
like this has been a really active trade deadline, or is it because we were so
No,
involved
it's the
with
best
it
trade
just
deadline.
it's-
The best
yeah,
trade
no,
deadline of my
10
lifetime.
years, right?
Both.
Okay.
I was the last time a trade deadline, especially for the Yankees, was this exciting was 2017 when we brought in that bum Sonny Gray, but we got Todd Frazier. We brought back David Robinson. We got Tommy Canlin. So it was
Syndergaard is about to get traded to the Blue Jays or the Phillies.
Yeah, Blue Jays or Phillies, no Syndergaard.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny is
No.
you bring up that 2017 real quick. You trade for Sonny Gray for the exact same reason you guys traded for Lou Trevino. I just want to let that simmer. Okay, I want to let that simmer for a second. But no,
Isn't it
But
more
that
Frankie
season, though, we
Montas?
did. Yeah, I'm about to say we also didn't get all the other pieces that year, right?
Yeah, the Sonny Gray move, it was more because the Yankees didn't have a quote unquote ace at the time. We had Tanaka, and Tanaka was aged, so we needed an ace on that staff. And Sonny Gray was the best pitcher on the market coming out of Oakland, so we got him. And yeah, Yeah, but
Let me
Frankie
have fun
Montas
with
has
that.
great numbers against the Astros
Right,
also.
he is like a sub-2 ERA against them.
Let me
So
have
I
my
like
fun with that,
Montas.
guys. Okay.
Yeah, if you guys don't mind, I want to, in the chat, we have Rory ask a question. Now, I don't want to be just from a Yankee standpoint. Same with Zook and DiCaprio.
Otani.
Would you rather
Yeah.
have Otani or Judge for the next 10 years?
Otani.
Not it's because it's with Otani, there's two things, right? The on-field production and the off-field
that's
marketing.
also
I'm gonna
mediate.
go last.
Yeah.
Can I play devil's advocate?
He's also like
Yes, you
4
can.
years
A
younger
very
than Judge.
crazy devil's advocate with my answer probably being Otani. The one reason I may say Judge, and this is a crazy stretch, is the fact that he plays twice. I feel like, what if he like tore his like, what if he needed Tommy John surgery or something like that? I feel like even though you get that reward, that risk is also extra. That I feel like normally, yeah, the risk is worth the reward, but when it's relative to the other side, you can just get Aaron Judge. I'm probably going to sit with Aaron Judge.
I mean,
Look, I'm going to give you
if-
my
I'm
answer.
If
gonna
Otani
Otani.
gets Tommy John, then he just hits. He doesn't pitch. Whip-de-doo.
I
I was wondering what were you doing? I was wondering
That's
what
my
were you-
answer. That's my answer. Okay, I'll wear it backwards the rest of the damn episode. I don't care. All right, call it my man crush, call it a bromance. I'm still sticking with Judge.
Yo,
all
Jake, I love
day.
you for that. That was hilarious.
All right. So has everybody
Yo.
answered?
Uh-oh,
Yeah, go ahead,
DiCaprio.
DiCaprio.
He didn't even raise
Get
his
ready,
hand.
get
He
ready
can't
to
beat
make
me.
us
No,
cry,
I
DiCaprio.
just wanted to wait until the end. Okay. So my thought process behind this whole thing, which honestly, I do think Otani gets traded within the next 365 days. I think he's done after this season or the next trade deadline. And I think we'll see a haul that we've seen with Soto today that you'll be like, holy shit, what a trade. You know, because let's face it, guys, the Angels are a cesspool organization. They have Mike Trout. They get Otani. They give contracts to Josh Hamilton, this player, Albert Pujols, this player, and they do nothing. So it's like, honestly, if I had to pick between the two, I'm taking Otani because even if Otani has an injury with the UCL like he had last year, he still DH'd the whole year and still put up insane numbers. And then you add in what he can do on the mound as well. To me, honestly, it's a no-brainer just because of that. And honestly, if you think of it too, I think really, honestly, Otani could probably be the most dominant closer we've ever seen in this league if he was on the right team and he didn't want to pitch all the time anymore. Like if he didn't want to be a starter, imagine that guy coming out of the bullpen in the 8th or the 9th. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be like when they did that with Smoltz, when the Braves did that with Smoltz way back in the day, except for Smoltz didn't have a bat,
Yeah, I said that last week on the morning
100%
brew, Hector, when you asked me like about the Mets getting Otani. I actually said that as a catcher. I was like, I've been hearing sneaky things that if the Mets got Otani, I don't even think they may have made him a starter full time this year. They would have went, hit him full time. And then what they did with Syndergaard when they brought him up, when they made the World Series and made a postseason run, let him pitch like one inning every few days, like in the bullpen, and use him more often. And things I was reading when the Mets traded him, they were talking about that this season.
Trevor Rosenthal is now a Brewer.
And if someone wants to pull up the trade tracker, see what's going on right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm
so
doing.
let's look at next year, just as an example, since we're on the Otani topic.
Take land to Seattle for cash from the Dodgers.
Oh, okay.
Most
Nice.
Nice.
3 minutes ago.
Who do you really see being a team that would step up if Otani really is on the trade market next year?
Giants.
Who do you think really takes him? And who do you think has
100% Giants after the Padres make this trade? I think their line moved to like minus $100 billion because it's now an arms race in the NL West where the Dodgers have their guys. The Padres just got Soto. The Giants were already the rumor team with the Padres and with the Cardinals, but the Giants, they have the prospects too.
So do the Cardinals. So
it's going to be them.
Cardinals is up there definitely for sure.
Yeah.
I would definitely say it will be the San Francisco Giants. Basically the same thing that you guys said, and on top of it is business, right? The Angels, right? They're a West Coast team. They're a California team. They're rival of the Dodgers, right? That's their freeway rivalry, right? But at the same time, they want to keep that that overseas revenue still in the state of California. That market for Japan, they still want to hold that and keep that in California. They don't want to send that to the East Coast. They don't want to send that to the South. They want to keep that in California on the West Coast. So I can see the Angels, making a deal with the Giants and on the backhand doing something with the TV deals. That way the Angels still get some part of that money that's coming over from Japan.
Check this. You know what's funny is I love the Giants. I love the Giants thought of that. But honestly, to me, it feels like the Giants are just damned if they do, damned if they don't. Yeah. Honestly, in my opinion.
At the deadline. I think they get it. I think they're gonna sell Rendon. So
yeah.
Not Rendon, Rodon, I mean.
So this is what I think. I think this has the potential, and this is gonna sound absolutely asinine to Yankees fans. I could see Ohtani going to Boston.
I would throw up.
But you would. You probably would. No, 100%. And
but doesn't Ohtani has a trade clause?
No, you're right. But just think
he doesn't want to be on this side of the world. He doesn't. He
I get that. But y'all were all saying West Coast, and I just wanted to throw something on the East Coast. But think about how they love Dice K in Boston when he was there. Yeah. You know, think about how they love those international players like that. And I honestly feel like, you know, if you can't get them to a team like the Yankees or the Dodgers or somebody like that, that's a real big team like that, Boston. Because, I mean, the thing is, everybody keeps forgetting the Cardinals are literally ready to make a move on anybody. Yeah. You know, the Cardinals have so many prospects and their farm system is so deep, you know, and it's just like the Cardinals are there ready and waiting, just waiting to see what happens somewhere. And it's like we can't count them out for anything right now when it comes to trades. So, but yeah, no, I feel like Ohtani needs to be somewhere where he will win and where he will be more of a focal point in the major leagues on television because the Angels just aren't doing it. So.
What about Seattle? Are they out? I mean, they had a humongous Ichiro.
I feel like, do they have enough ammo after they gave up some stuff for Castillo? Yeah. Like, I would have to
be a free agent. He'll be a free agent, Ohtani, next year.
You would have to literally, if you made a trade and you were Seattle, you'd have to give up Julio Rodriguez, 100%.
Oh, I would never.
I would never do it. But
I wouldn't do that.
That caliber, that's your option, you know.
And the Angels, they're not gonna. You know, as much as I would love Ohtani to be on the East Coast, the Cachio, it's a 8 to 10 hour flight difference when he has to go back home to Japan. And that's the reason he turned the Yankees down. Originally, he didn't want to come because of that 8 to 10 hour flight. And it's a killer, you know, for somebody. I know a few people that they make that travel for business. And exactly. It's a killer. So Keith could speak on it from firsthand experience. But Ohtani, I don't think it will be another American League team. It will be the Giants because, you know, of that, you know, link to California as well. You know, we guys know how big the Giants are in the Japanese league. They have their own version of the Giants, which is basically the Yankees. And I think just for marketing purpose, it just makes sense to have him in a Giants uniform.
Mm-hmm.
No, sure,
I think it's good. Look, it's a definite no. I would say the live line in Vegas will be huge for. I think we basically covered the teams. It's going to be huge for the Giants, with Cardinals being a second. I think distant second, but a clear second. And then there'll be, you know, the always teams now like the Yankees, the Mets, the Red Sox, and the Dodgers will probably be pulling, you know, the tertiary lines. But I think the Cardinals and the Giants, like the two teams left now with money. Like the cashier said, the Cardinals are legit sitting there, and the Giants were already sitting there. And now the Soto thing is like, I guess we gotta.
This is my question. So, like, say for instance, Ohtani resigns in LA. You know, just a wild thought process.
Doubt he will.
Right? No, 100%. But you know, there was buzz about possibly Mike Trout being moved this year.
Yeah, I heard rumbles.
It's tough though because you see how that buzz like dissipated after his back stuff.
Yeah, right, but check this. So why not in the offseason the Angels hit up the Cardinals?
If I'm the Cardinals, I'm going to stay away just because of the back thing. As somebody who's dealing with spinal stenosis myself.
I need 2 hamburger patties, and I want ketchup.
What was that? As somebody who's dealing with his own back injury, the Cardinals, they're going to stay away from that. He's 30 years old, trading your best prospects in order to get Mike Trout, who may get injured. It may be too big of a risk for St. Louis to pull. If it was a team like
John Haven, the Yankees have been talking to the Marlins in depth about Pablo Lopez. Would be prospects if it happens.
Okay.
Right.
I really thought you were about to tell me like some Sandy Alcantara shit, and I was about to throw something out the window. Honestly, when you said Marlins, my first thought process went to Alcantara, and I was ready to throw something out the window. Honestly,
No.
I saw Pablo Lopez in Yankees. That's why I freaked out.
Okay.
But
Hey,
we're talking to him.
Keith, what's your thoughts on what are you looking for? What if the Yankees got to make a move? Let's switch gears. And then after let's throw it around, and then afterwards the Catrio. We want to get the Catrio's take for his Astros as well. So Keith,
I wouldn't mind if we're done, to be honest. I mean, if we can steal another reliever, I think that's a better choice. We're full on offense, man. I mean, there's never too much hitting, but I just got a sick feel in my stomach. I think I sent it to you, HQ. People are getting interest on Gleyber Torres. Like, what? Who the hell we would trade Gleyber Torres for?
Pablo Lopez
That's
with the
not-
Marlins.
Apparently,
Oh no!
Apparently,
No,
John Heyman, we would only trade away prospects. John
Okay.
Heyman said for Lopez.
Yeah, Gleyber doesn't need to go. You
Yeah.
know,
No,
I'm
he
a
doesn't.
firm
No, I don't
believer
want
on
him
it.
to go.
Yo, why are you
Maybe
guys
he's okay.
trying to move Gleyber? I don't even get that.
I wouldn't.
See, but that's the thing. I don't think the Yankees are trying to move him. Of course, they're going to do their due diligence and listen to offers.
Yeah.
But why? At this point, why? Like, what are you giving us back that's really going to be worth us giving up Gleyber? Doesn't make sense to me. And I agree with Keith. Offensively, we're in a great spot.
We're in a great spot.
If we don't move Miguel Andujar, we still have him there, which you know me, Hector. I'm still hoping we see that Miguel Andujar opportunity
The double
come
machine,
back
baby.
to life, man. You know,
Yeah,
like,
same.
he should be on our roster.
real quick, I really like Gleyber Torres. I feel like Gleyber really still his potential hasn't been touched yet. I really think he honestly, whenever he matures just a little bit more and really like figures it out, especially playing in New York, I think Gleyber's gonna be an absolute killer.
Yeah, I think so,
100%.
Gleyber's one of those guys where he had that early success.
Yes.
So everybody's like, oh, where's Gleyber? Right. And
Yeah,
it's like, wait, you can't judge because he had that. He's still young. He's still trying
Very
to find
young.
his way. And when it clicks, I agree 100%. It's a no-brainer. I don't see anybody right now that I would be like, yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of Gleyber just to bring him over.
Looks like the Mets have decided that in the next 40 minutes, they're going to put Ronnie Mauricio in trade packages. So that's huge.
They've been in
Okay.
Yeah, Ronnie Mauricio is decent. Ronnie Mauricio is our third best hitting prospect, but there's severe drop off after Brett Beatty and Alvarez. See, the thing is for Mauricio, I'm kind of wondering what they're attached because it's Mauricio would be for something okay, like a Contreras, or like a JD Martinez or something like that. It wouldn't be for like a shitty left-handed like reliever or arm. But I was also reading that another move, and I hope they're not doing this just to appease fans, but they may call up Alvarez like soon after this to just play catcher at this point. And everything. I mean, the thing with him is he's ready to hit. He's just not ready to catch in the majors. Like he's not even close to ready to catch yet. So he's strictly a DH, and then you hinder his ability to like, what's the long-term prospect of him being a catcher if he loses this season of development? But then again, as I said off the top, I'm all hands on deck when you have a chance to win the World Series in the current year. Like as much as you want to become a dynasty, quote unquote, or set yourself up for future years, I'm going to do what you can to win this year. So if you have to give up Alvarez's future ability behind the plate, quote unquote, to get him and he's your best chance to win because he's your best DH, I'm all for it at this point.
You guys, I honestly, the Mets, you guys need to pivot from the idea of having him as your catcher of the future. You guys need to switch his position. That bat is too special to waste behind the plate and have him have 162 games or 140 with days off or whatever, catching in a major league season. He's, move him to DH or left field.
And like, I think the plan is, and I'm also okay with this, is I think if he's good enough to get a few years, because being a catcher is so valuable. Like, it's funny, the one team that actually doesn't think catchers are valuable at all is the Astros, and they've been the most successful team in recent years. If you look at, they're the one team that has their WAR below all the other. But I think the Mets are going to try and squeeze 4 or 5 years out of Alvarez behind the plate just because it is so valuable to have that. But then by the time he turns like 27, 28, just make him a full-time DH at that point. But I think catcher is the one position where you try and milk a few years there because of that value.
Hector,
Keith, you was gonna.
what's
My
your
fault.
thoughts on if the Blue Jays land Noah Syndergaard?
That's my. I
I
didn't
was
even
just-
know
I
it
was
was
just-
tradable.
I
They
was
just
just
paid
about.
him.
I was just about to
Yeah.
ask Keith that.
What's
me-
going on?
The if you guys remember, the Blue Jays are the team that originally drafted Noah Syndergaard, right?
Yeah.
The Mets got him in that R.A. Dickey trade. That was a killer move
best
that you
trade
guys
ever.
got.
Best
Yep,
trade
he was
ever.
never. R.A. was never the same
And we got Darno.
after that season. And you got Travis Darno, who's killing it now on another team. But
The Braves.
In
when
your
it comes
division.
to when it
Yeah,
comes
the
to
Braves.
Noah
Won a World
Noah
Series last
Syndergaard,
year.
if you could get Noah Syndergaard and turn him into something, then yeah, he's a gamble that you're gonna take.
Yeah, he's
Hey, Noah Syndergaard behind Alec and Kevin Gassman is a great Noah Syndergaard. If you're not asking Noah to be a 1 or a 2 and he can be just a solid 3, he's gonna be disgusting.
Exactly.
He's gonna be disgusting.
Great point.
No,
And
I
also,
think
you
that-
go because too often people say, "Oh, you can just in the playoffs put a starter in the bullpen and they'll be good." Like it doesn't always translate that
Definitely
way.
doesn't work like that.
He did that for the Mets run, so you know he has that ability to like start one day and then 2 days later, if you need him for 1 inning in the 8th inning to throw 100 miles an hour, he's nasty out of the bullpen. So when you're going for a run down the stretch, he's that perfect type of do it all, just like throw out his arm, literally.
Wow. Must be nice to be Noah Syndergaard, man. You get paid and then you traded.
Yeah, for real. So
20 million
it looks
guaranteed.
like
I got a tweet to read here. Seems like a lot of like reporters think that, at least from what I can see, seem like Pablo Lopez is gonna get traded to the Yankees here. This is
it's down to us and the Dodgers, right? That's who
Yeah.
is in talks right now.
that the Yankees have had fear about
I just said to my boy, he's so hype.
Tyone Cortez run out of gas and they can go to the IL. Lopez, one of the reasons they got worked out yesterday to pursue something like this. Plus, a lot of people still in the more. Wow, this guy cannot write. Plus, a lot of people still in the Marlins organization who work with New York and know their prospects firsthand. This guy's hard to read.
Hold on, I'm reading that same tweet. I'm reading that same tweet, and I'm thinking the same exact. That's Joe Sermon. So everybody know that Joe Sermon who wrote that tweet. Because I'm reading it like, yo, bro, did this guy go to New York City public school? What is he saying?
It sounds like he's tweeting from the bar. Like, I can't understand him.
Oh God, what you was saying, Chicken Man?
Well, no, in the chat for Train Express, Dodgers have dropped out of the race when it comes to Pablo, so it looks like it's straight up talk. What are we giving up for Pablo Lopez?
Peraza, take Peraza.
Peraza. It's gonna be Peraza.
It's gonna be Peraza. I don't care. As much as Connor Falefa, I'll give him anyone who wants.
Hey, one thing that we just that I'm looking at right now, somebody put online is the picture we got back from the LA Dodgers for the Joey Gallo trade, who we got back, Clayton Beater. He is now 10th in our organization when it comes to prospects. So Joey Gallo, thank you for something.
Yeah, he was 15 in LA's farm system.
He's 10th in our farm system now.
He has a 60 grade fastball.
He has a what?
He's a 60 grade fastball. So that shows.
He got some gas.
It is safe to say we're all, as Yankees fans, we're happy with Cash. I mean, Cash this year.
Oh yeah.
And the offseason as well. Cash was not playing around this year. I mean,
Cash, man.
look at this right here. I mean, this shows it right there.
Yeah.
You know, we're missing Pablo Lopez in the back over here. We're missing Pablo Lopez in the
Boss man to
back.
be proud, I'll tell you that much.
Yes. Boss man will be proud.
Boss man will be proud.
Yeah.
And
Ford Train with a hot take. He's saying send Peraza and Duhart and Torres to get Pablo Lopez.
Keep Torres for this championship run. Do not get rid of him. Then who's going to play second base? That means if we do that, then Josh Donaldson is going to be a starter at third base in the first game with ALDS, and I do not want that.
That's the wildest take I have seen in a while. I ain't even gonna lie.
Michael Fulmer to the Twins out of here.
Michael Fulmer's a beast. The closer for the Tigers, yeah, he's filthy.
Let me tell you though, the Twins, as crazy it is to sound, like I don't care if the Twins traded for anybody at this point, because when they get in the playoffs, they're gonna do what they always do. Honestly, like, I mean, I don't care if the Twins.
It's always us.
Yeah, no, literally. I mean, it literally
No.
normally is. So this year, I think y'all might actually skip the Twins if y'all end up being the one. So y'all get the wild card. So
It's weird to catch you when you bring that up, right? Because when you look at the Twins record, right, and see that, you know, first in their division or whatever, but then when you
Barely.
dive deep into their stats, right, they're having a very weird season because they're not top 15 in any categories. They're not top when it comes to pitching, hitting, maybe home runs, but besides that, when you look at their numbers, it's very weird that they're
MLB
beating up on the
pipeline.
bad teams. What happened?
Yeah.
MLB Pipeline says the Yankees are currently discussing a deal with Pablo Lopez.
Yep.
So
Did
they're serious. Cash is
any
serious.
news
Oh,
any
come on,
news
give him
on
to me.
the
Give him to me. Come on.
Jordan Montgomery front? Because you know
Give him to
the
me.
Pablo Lopez talks and testified once the Montgomery going to St. Louis talk started,
Yeah.
because the St. Louis Cardinals are
Ooh.
trying to get Jordan Montgomery
They
from
can
us. So
take him.
if we could flip prospects for Pablo Lopez and then flip Montgomery for some prospects, having a 1-2-3 of Cole, Montez, Pablo Lopez, Nestor Cortez, 1 through 4. Oh my
Unbelievable, bro.
God.
I was just watching the video of our new boy Lou Trevino showing up to the stadium, and his mother and father are shocked that he shaved his face. It's like, he's going like this the whole time. His mother's laughing at him, touching his face. She's like, my little boy, you look so young.
You know, and
the
then
go ahead.
I was gonna say, speaking about the trades, let's just look up, because Brian Cashman, he does his thing, you know, for Montez and Trevino, giving them Waldachek, Medina, Sears, and Bowman. You know, both Bowman and Medina were going to be on the Rule 5 draft. They needed to be added to the 40-man roster. We were going to lose them anyway. When you look over to the Chicago Cubs, Hayden Wisniewski, it's the same thing. Hayden Wisniewski, he was going to be lost to the Rule 5 draft as well. So it's great moves all around the board from Cashman.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, he's fleeced a couple of people on these trades, man. It's been great. Look, Hector got so excited. We
He
lost.
left. You think he
He
fell?
was like, that's it. I love Cashman. And just freaking bounced. That was it.
Yeah, that was it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the host of the Yankees Morning Brew. Oh.
I was gonna say, maybe I could take.
I don't know. Whatever DiCaprio did over there, he sent me a virus that kicked me off of the computer. I'm sorry. I will not talk bad about the Astros no more, bro. I swear to God.
Brent Phillips to the Orioles.
Yeah, that's a good pickup. Because honestly, I don't see Phillips getting DFA'd was honestly one of the wild things. I know his bat's been complete and total ass this year, but that dude can field and he can play and he has a lot of passion.
He could pitch too, apparently.
Yeah, no, he can really do it all. And it's like, I really think I think that's a good pickup for them. You know, losing Mancini, you know, they need another body in the outfield.
Yeah.
You know, Brett Phillips, you give him an offseason to get his mind right, I think he'll be fine, honestly.
So, DiCaprio, 13 minutes to the deadline. Is there somebody out there right now you're hoping your Astros are going after, or are you content with the moves you guys made?
You know what's funny is, honestly, I'm fine with where we're at, honestly. I don't really see the need to make a lot of moves. I don't think this is the year that we need to go out and make a Verlander trade, a Greinke trade, you know, anything crazy like that. You know, we got another catcher. You know, we got a bat for the outfield. Honestly, I think I'm okay. I do think, though, maybe another reliever, because it seems like once we get into that reliever, like that 6th, 7th, 8th, it's like for some reason, I don't know what it is, but our relievers really just kind of sometimes hit that wall. And I think another arm in the bullpen would be nice. But you know, we'll see. Honestly, I'm content with everything. I'm fine.
Were you content with Correa leaving?
Yeah, absolutely. I knew how good what's his face is going to be. I can't even think of his name right now.
Oh, Jeremy Payne, he's a beast.
Yeah, Payne
Yeah,
is
he's
Payne
good.
is an animal. But the thing about
right here, they got Noah Syndergaard. Phillies.
It's official?
Noah.
Phillies.
the Phillies are looking up for a wild card push, man.
Okay. They
The
said bye-bye,
Phillies?
Joe Girardi.
But you know what's funny though? Imagine the Phillies flip-flopping the Mets and push the Mets out of the playoffs.
Right.
Oh, my God. Zook, I'm sorry. I didn't say that. DiCaprio did.
Zook,
With former
Aaron
Mets
Zook,
pitcher, because they
Nola,
got Zach Wheeler over there, Noah Syndergaard
And
over there.
Noah?
This is why the Mets are in a weird spot, because The Mets sit here not doing anything, but there's a certain man that's going to be on the mound tonight that could be a bigger addition to one team than anyone else made today. If he goes out there and pitches pretty well. That's Mr. Jacob deGrom on the mound today, who
the GOAT.
He legit. The Mets fans are gonna freak out for 59 minutes, and then that game starts at 7:05. And this man, as he's done for the past few years when we've sucked, carrying our franchise, has the ability to.
He will.
If deGrom goes out there and pitches like 4 scoreless innings, because he's probably not going to go much longer than that, but just like looks like deGrom, like people will immediately forget that we got no one. Like he has that ability tonight. Like on top of all the other pressure that he's facing, I know he's thinking about that. Like. In his head, like, but he loves that, and I think he's going to go out there.
Dude, the fact that he come October that he doesn't, it's safe to say Max is going to be the day one starter for you guys in NLDS. Safe to say. So for him to just take the back seat and be the game 2 starter is going to be so scary for you guys. I'm telling you. I wouldn't want to face that, man.
Honestly, I'm not like this is worst case scenario. Or not worst case scenario is he sucks, but like, what if he's the 3? Like I'm not. If he comes and he's like a high 2-3 ERA and like either Bassett or Taiwan Walker's are 2.
So
like I'm fine with that.
He's been pitching a sub 2 for the last 5 years.
So Hector,
if
you don't mind, I'm just gonna for a second. I want to read some of the best community tweets so far for the last 10 minutes of the Yankees deadline. All right.
Okay.
You got one guy who said, "Please, Cash, stop making trades. We have nobody left in the farm system." I'm looking for a dislike button. I'm like, where's the dislike?
We got Volpe, Dominguez, Peraza. What are you talking about?
We've got a guy who wrote, "Please keep Glaber or I'm going to crash my vehicle." First of all, why are you typing and driving and texting at the same time? All right. So we keep Glaber. You should still be an idiot. The other one is, do we really believe we can pull off Lopez with 9 minutes left?
Yes.
Yeah. Deadline Spurs action.
Yeah, all it takes is a call.
It's going to be harder to do not giving up Torres. I'm sure if the Torres in that conversation, Miami's going to close the deal immediately. I think Cash is going about his way not to get rid of him.
You can't I would not if they wanted, I would hang up the phone.
I'd riot right now
for Pablo Lopez.
I'd be right with you, Keith.
I'd riot right now.
Yeah.
If I was the
I would laugh.
Marlins,
That's laughable.
If I was the Marlins, I wouldn't get Gleyber Torres for the fact that he's going to be a free agent after next year.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the biggest liked one
money.
so far, Hector. You ready? Mm-hmm. The biggest one that everybody's thumbs upping on a trade package would be Lopez for Andujar, Florial, Devi, and Pizzetta.
I'll do it.
Oh,
Devi
that's not
Garcia.
a bad package.
You pack up their bags and drive them to the airport.
I drive them to the airport myself.
Personally.
Right? Yeah. Listen, I'll even offer to be the guy that does the content and the drive for them. I will drive them there for them and record the whole thing live. Okay? That's it. Like, do whatever it takes to make that happen. Anything else on there, Frankie, coming up right now?
I'll be this guy in the airport that holds the sign. I'm this guy in the airport. Come on, Mr. Lopez. Your ride's over here.
I'm coming off suit-like. Let's go. All right, let's see. Pulling it up.
Yo, one thing I gotta say, if you guys aren't following the New York Post Sports, like the fake New York Sport, like
stupid. I hate that stupid Twitter account. You know how many times it got me? You know how many times it got me, bro? So I've fallen for them at least 10 times.
Damn, Noah is going to be a Philly. Wow.
Yeah.
The NL East is such
it's
every
scary.
year. It's such an odd place. Like, and it was so wild that the team that was in last place won the division the next year, every year for a couple of years. And it's just like not the Cardinals, I'm sorry. The Marlins are really, I think once they got rid of Jeter's bum ass, they're really turning it around. You know, and I'm sorry that I have to say that to the Yankees fans. Jeter's the most overrated baseball player of all time. I love you guys.
Whoa, hold on. We're gonna have to. Whoa.
That's the craziest thing I've ever. I mean, I happen to agree, but that's a crazy thing to just drop in the middle of.
I'm gonna tell you right now. DiCaprio. Up until this moment right here,
overrated. I've heard
Hold on.
like
I have
overrated
the perfect.
defensively, but
I have the perfect.
You want to know
Hold
my
on.
problem is someone that lives in New York and isn't a Yankees fan.
Montgomery.
Who?
What?
The Cardinals just traded for Montgomery.
Montgomery.
So we getting Pablo Lopez. We getting Pablo Lopez.
Wow.
we got
We getting Pablo Lopez.
Oh my God! Come on, give him to me. Let's go.
Come on, we got 6 minutes left, people.
Give him to me. Give him to me. Come on.
Now, may I please respond to DiCaprio real
No, we
quick?
can't. We're not even giving time of day.
Because
Well,
hold
listen,
on,
I
hold on.
was going to,
I
but
have
I'm
the-
questioning my friendship with this man, like point blank, period. All right.
I have the perfect rebuttal for that. If you want to talk about overrated, the person who's overrated in all Major League sports, all Major League history, is Mr. Craig Biggio.
Oh,
Mr.
there
Craig
you go.
Biggio has 3,060 hits. My man Craig Biggio has the record for plate appearances in all of Major League Baseball. He has 12,504 plate appearances. My man, you better have 3,000 hits. That's all I'm gonna say. I love you so much.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny is I love that you brought that up. I mean,
We got Harrison Bader.
I actually
No, we
agree with
didn't.
you.
We did.
Harrison Bader's not going to do anything, honestly. That's just somebody that you'll put on the bench, and he might run a couple of bases. But you know, it's funny that you say that.
He's a Gold Glover though. He's better than anybody in your
Where are
outfield.
you going to put him? Where are you going to put him?
What do you mean? Where we gonna put him?
No,
He
this
can
he
play
could just-
center
he
field.
could-
We don't need Aaron Hicks anymore. You could put Slide
Yeah.
Judge right back to right. He's a Gold Glover, man. We're not asking
Yeah.
for his bat.
Yeah,
And he's-
we're not just.
He's a Gold Glover.
He's a better version of Tim LaCastro.
There you go. Basically.
He's a better version of Tim LaCastro.
Oh, John Heyman.
What?
Yankees Pablo Lopez talks aren't resulting in a deal. Oh.
Good try.
That means
Did
the
they
Dodgers
pull-
will get him
did
for a
they
couple
pull-
bags of chips and some socks. So.
Did he pull that Jordan Montgomery trade too soon?
No,
Not having
no.
another one?
Mark.
Are we-
Mark
I mean, I'm okay.
Feinstein- Mark Feinstein just said Pablo Lopez will remain with the Marlins beyond the trade deadline. The Yankees were one of the teams that tried a deal, almost came close, but Pablo Lopez is under team control to 2024 as of now.
Okay.
Okay.
So who
With the
would
Mets
Again.
got
your spot then?
Givens. Who's Givens? Some reliever from the Cubs named Givens.
Yeah, the Twins got Jorge. They got Fulmer and Lopez, man. That's tough. I'm sorry. I think that's really tough.
Yeah, they did.
That's
Jordan
a tough
Lopez.
8th and 9th inning to go
But
against, bro.
there
Oh,
has to be
God.
another pitcher that the Yankees are getting, because how are you just going to trade Jordan Montgomery
That's what I'm
without?
saying. Without having another piece to go in.
But they really traded Jordan Montgomery though.
Yeah.
Oh,
to the
shit,
Cardinals
just-
for Brett Bader.
Cardinals taking Montgomery.
Oh my God, this is a whirlwind, man. Jeez.
Oh my
Damn,
gosh,
Harrison
whirlwind
Bader.
with 3 minutes left.
Wait, so the Phillies traded Mickey Moniak and another prospect for Syndergaard? Wow. Okay.
The
All
Mets
right,
got Michael Givens.
Jeff Passan right here. Yankees, we're talking about a number of starting pitchers for other teams, sources said, and Jordan Montgomery is one of those who goes St. Louis center fielder Harrison Bader. Cardinals get another arm after Jose Quintana, and Yankees get one of the best fielding center fielders in the MLB.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not
He was
mad
Gold Glover
about
last year.
getting Harrison.
Especially in the playoffs, man. I'd rather start him instead of Aaron Hicks any day.
Yeah,
Or
I'm not
Aaron
mad about
Judge.
that at all.
Or
I'm just
Aaron
worried
Judge.
about
Yeah,
the
put
pitching.
Judge right back at right.
Yeah, put
Harrison
Judge in right
Bader,
field.
Benintendi and Judge. You can't throw on those arms. Those are good arms.
No, those actually are
Those are
really
good
All
arms.
day. All day.
So what you gonna have? The Judge or the Stanton DH? Probably the Stanton.
Stanton
DH.
DH for sure.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, Stanton was DH.
Mhm.
That means
The only
Donaldson's
time-
on the
like-
bench.
Or they may start the
Yay.
game with Stanton playing right field, Judge in center, with
Yeah,
Matt
and-
Oh
Carpenter
yeah,
being
Bader,
the
Bader
DH.
comes in defensively.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
with
Bader
seventh
comes in
inning.
defensively later on after the
Yeah.
6th, 7th inning around there, or whenever the Yankees get a lead.
Yep, Harrison
Okay.
Bader, nice.
It's just the
Damn,
Jordan
I didn't know Monty
Montgomery.
was on the trade block. I didn't even know
I
why.
had no clue. I had no idea.
No.
They got tired. I guess they got tired of him not
Well, I don't know why
They was like, we don't like this dude. We can't
We don't
score for
play
him,
for
so
him
just
anyway.
trade him.
Wow.
So I've got to ask, especially to the Yankees guys, Jordan Montgomery, like, did we really just give up on him completely?
No, we
I mean,
did.
obviously we did, but did you guys not have any hope that Jordan would be able
I
to
had no clue that he was even on the block.
Me either.
at all?
No. So I'm thinking.
I mean, again, the Harrison Bader is dope, right? I'm okay with having him on there.
I love
but
Harrison Bader. I love him. So yeah.
the
I'm a
whole
fan.
hour, though, I've been thinking like, yo, where's one more arm was really what I thought we were going after. So it's kind of weird.
So my thought on this is, I think that Cashman thought when he pulled the plug on the Montgomery Bader trade, I'm under the assumption that he thought Lopez was still available. So
We're
he
still
was
available. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking about.
Jesus Christ! So that means that we're gonna have to rely on Domingo Herman, the German Sunday,
To be the
Christ.
All right. Well, you know what?
Cole,
Let's still keep our
Montez.
excitement before we start thinking of the doom and gloom about Domingo Sundays. All right.
Oh God! Well, happy trade deadline. It's
Trade deadline.
we still have Andujar on the team. It's 6:00 right now. We still have Andujar on the team.
No, I still think something's gonna happen. I think you've got that 5 to 10 minute window where usually you've got the biggest trade that you haven't heard of. It's gonna pop. I feel like
That's how the Astros got Zach Greinke literally at like 6:01 or 6:00. I mean, it was at 4. Yeah, it was at 4:30 in the afternoon. That's when it was like further up, like 4:30, 4 o'clock. You guys got him right when the trade deadline of a couple minutes afterwards.
I'm over here refreshing my phone like crazy. I'm like,
me too, dude.
How do we not have another picture? What is going on? Stupid phone throwing this shit around.
You know what's wild though is how weird is that,
bro?
What?
Oh, the Royals have traded Whit Merrifield.
To who?
We don't know. It just
For
Why do you sound so angry, Frankie? Just now?
No, but you know to who that makes sense though. But
yeah, what's a good player?
I don't know. It's just Mark finds that the Royals have traded Whit Merrifield and just didn't say for who.
This has got to be bull.
Oh,
no,
God.
Okay, this is a blue check. This is a check.
Wow, we traded Montgomery. I can't. You want to talk about shock of the deadline? That's a shock of the deadline for me.
I don't understand.
So Bob Nightingale,
Cole, Montez. So that slides Nestor the third, I would assume, behind Montez and Cole. 4 is obviously going to be Tyone.
And then 5, the German Sunday.
Herman?
Domingo Herman? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because we know that Severino's on the 60-day.
On the 60-day, correct. He's not coming back till
he's not coming back. He's not coming back. No, there's 57 games left in the season. He's going to be done.
He's done, yeah.
We can't rely on him for the rest of the year.
No.
Wow, that's surprising. Really.
All right, so Bob Nightingale, the trade deadline is over, but there will be several trades coming down over the next 30 minutes that they haven't announced yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Whit Merrifield, Blue Jays.
Wow.
Okay.
What?
Oh, wow.
Okay.
That's a shocker.
What?
Dude, that lineup can't get more potent.
They said, we're not going to pitch no more. We're just going to
hit everything.
That reminds me of what the Rangers did, a couple of years ago when the Rangers had that wild ass lineup, but they couldn't pitch anything. But so this is my question. So Wilson Contreras has to be moved, right? Because the Cubs gave him like this thank you so much
standing
Wilson
ovation
Contreras.
and yeah.
Dude, do you know how awkward that's going to be if he's there for the rest of the year?
We've seen more awkwardness to catcher. We had Wilmer Flores crying on the field and the fans saying, "We wish you the best. We wish you the best," just for him to stay with the Mets for the rest of the season.
It's not false. It's not false. And then he hit a great walk-off home run against the Nationals that weekend.
Listen, you guys getting Yoenis Cespedes to this day, that's the best off-season, mid-season acquisition in Major League history, in my opinion.
Yeah, he was like the MVP of baseball, like for that second half of that season. It was crazy watching him.
He had like 350 for the rest of the way,
17
home runs, 18 home runs, or something
like that.
No
one's ever like
fire.
that. He carried a team.
Hassan's saying this is just hilarious. Whit Merrifield has been traded to the Blue Jays. Sources tell ESPN. ... One has to believe he'll be getting vaccinated.
Yeah, he's not back.
Oh yeah, I was just about to say, wait, how is he going to even get to Toronto?
It's just like, oh, what?
Thanks for the input, Ken.
Blue Jays trade for Whit Merrifield, but yet he cannot join us, period, at this time.
So I guess Rodon is staying in.
He's going to
in
be like the
Frisco,
Kyrie
huh?
Irving of the MLB, and we can play away games.
Yeah, haven't heard anything about Rodon in a while.
Now,
I mean, the Cardinals got a good pitching rotation now. Quintana, Montgomery,
Now-
Flaherty.
Keith, did you realize? Because I didn't with the trade for Bader. He's on the DL with.
Yeah, he's on the
Plantar
IL.
fasciitis. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know you can trade
That's-
guys if they're on the IL.
Yeah.
I
First
know.
of all, why are we trading for somebody that had the same injury as Greg Bird that killed his career?
Right.
right?
I guess because Beta's so young, they're giving him a chance. I have no idea.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm still shocked that Montgomery was traded away without another piece in place.
Trade for Lopez. That's what I'm shocked about.
All right. Well, we can't stop the stream now, Hector. We got to see the next.
No, yeah,
Grab
well,
a Monty, bro.
I would say let's
Wow.
stay on for the next 10 minutes or so just to see
Yeah.
6:15-ish.
Shoot, you can leave. We're staying 30 minutes. I'm good with 30.
All right, cool.
The rest of
I'm
you
good
are.
with 30.
I
I'm
need
good
to
with
know
30.
because the
I'm not
Montgomery thing
going
is
nowhere.
killing me.
This
Right,
Montgomery thing is blowing my brain.
Yeah, it's killing me. So real quick, I'm gonna do Hector in the mornings. So everybody in the chat, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. But hey, Knights of Degen are doing a subscriber giveaway. All right, all you gotta do is you gotta follow, subscribe on Twitch and
Jigga is the
YouTube,
man.
and you can join the community. Guys, how you doing?
How you doing?
You ready for my?
Yo, Jigga, I've known this man here at least for 15 years of my life, probably even longer. And that is the best impersonation I have ever heard of him, ever.
That's funny.
Ever.
I appreciate that.
As
Keith.
you guys know,
Thank
I'm
you for
dealing with
aging
a
us,
little
bro.
bit of back
You're welcome.
problems, but it's okay.
Oh my God.
You know why? Because we're here to hang out and have a good time. I'm your host, Hector, Project Nerd HQ. Oh, nailed it. You degenerates. Frank is excited.
Contreras or Hap.
What?
Huh?
The Cubs are not trading Contreras or Hap.
Wow.
The Giants are hanging on to Jock Peterson and Carlos Rodon. Oh, damn.
It's just kind of crazy. Again, I know I've said it already, but I can't wrap my head around the Montgomery thing. Like,
I cannot either, man.
Yes, that's all right. This is somebody
Also,
off
real quick, the Blue Jays have also acquired Mitchell White and Alex DeJesus from the Dodgers. Mitch White is actually a pretty solid arm.
He's a pretty solid arm. Yeah, he's the 4th or 5th in their rotation.
Yeah, so that's interesting. Then
What's
we
up with
get rid
Dustin
of,
May? Is he still is he healthy again?
I don't know what Dustin May's been doing, honestly. Like, I don't have a clue. Tell you what, he reminds me of
Kid
Carrot
has some
Top.
filthy stuff.
Yeah.
I got somebody, Eric Hubbs. He's a verified check on Twitter. He says, so the Yankees were worried about JMO, Nestor, and Sevy's innings limit. So they traded away Monty with nothing else coming. Also, Bader is a really good center fielder with speed, but he's out for weeks.
He can't run at all.
Nothing. There's nothing more.
There's nothing more. Bro, Cashman. All right, dude.
Yo.
All right. What'd you do here?
I feel like that was one of those moments Cashman was like, I'm so good and everybody loves me. And then was just like, what did I just do? Like, even he's questioning right now. He's like, guys, I got carried away on that one. All right.
Yeah,
Yes.
he did. He did.
Like,
swing and a miss, Michael K would say.
Okay, wait, pause. They got Merrifield for Samad Taylor and Max Castillo.
Yeah, that's
Ever in the
Whoever
hell
those are.
those two guys
So
are.
that lineup is nasty.
So they
bro.
just got him for a bag of chips and a 4-for-4 the Aki way.
And a 4-for-4. The Aki way for sure.
The Aki way.
Like, come on, man.
wow.
Bro,
Wow,
with Merrifield on that team? Oh, God.
Yeah, that's huge. I'm not even gonna lie. That is some.
Dude, they're
That is
wonderful.
not only a good bat, but that's also experience. That's leadership. Like that's a huge boost.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge, honestly.
Yo, the energy has totally shifted within these past 15 minutes on
right?
Twitter. At first, people were like, "Oh, Brian Cashman, the best Brian Cashman," and now you see, yo, what is wrong with Brian Cashman? Insert different expletive as if you want into whatever tweets on Twitter. It's what you
No
gonna
more
see.
Red Sox trades, so it looks like nobody in my thought process were being moved. I think the Red Sox blow it up in the offseason, though.
I agree.
Oh, they
Damn,
definitely
Zook.
are. They are.
I'm sorry, Zook. The Mets didn't do anything. I'm sorry.
Nothing. They got one bullpen guy.
You got Jacob deGrom back.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. He's gonna have
Go.
to be good tonight. We got this guy Michael Givens from the Cubs at the deadline. It was like a 2.6 ERA, but he's just toss him in and pray that he's decent. Really, nothing.
At least you guys grabbed someone to toss in and hope. We said, here, take Montgomery. Screw it. We'll figure out the pitching later.
Oh my God! The Atlanta Braves are acquiring Raisel Iglesias from Los Angeles for
Nice.
Jesse Chavez and Tucker Davidson.
The Braves?
The
Didn't they
Braves-
get Robbie Grossman too?
Yeah, they got Robbie Grossman.
Oh,
Ooh. Okay.
I gotta tell y'all, I
This is gonna
sat.
be a fun month of baseball.
I went to Atlanta in October for World Series Game 3 because my wife's a big Braves fan. Of course,
nice.
I'm a big Astros fan.
Nice.
I paid $4,000 for these seats to sit in the pouring rain and watch the Braves 3 hit the Astros, and it was just the most When I tell you guys that was just the most defeated I've ever felt in life, like honestly,
But
the most
bro,
defeated I've ever felt.
But the brownie points you earned from your wife that night had to be like,
It's crazy because I wanted to go to game 2, but she was like, I'm on call, we can't go. Of course the Astros won game 2. But because Houston's 4 hours, Atlanta's 8. Like, what are we doing here, But it's just crazy to see the Braves still making moves. I really think honestly, in my opinion, until you put them out, they're the team to beat. No, the Dodgers every year, man, they're always loaded, but it seems like they love to choke in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but they love to choke in the playoffs. They can have their Mickey Mouse championship. They can have it.
Hector, since he just said that, you know what? Forget what he said. How about
It's forgotten.
Since we're talking about teams and players that have great guys on that, can I play something real quick?
Go ahead. Play.
Oh, okay,
I kind of know what it is. Play it. That is so. That is
First
so
of all,
pretty.
that beat, right?
That beat is so nice. That beat is so nice. DiCaprio had to lead this. He left the stream. Sorry, DiCaprio.
He's back.
Oh, okay.
I got disgusted. But listen, I do have a question for Yankees fans, okay? And this isn't me being like an asshole or like a Yankees hater or anything like that.
No, when he starts a sentence like that, it's like me hearing the people here.
No. Pause. Let me finish, okay?
All right.
Why do I feel like when I watch Aaron Judge at bats, he gets more meatballs than anybody else? Like, I feel like Aaron Judge hit so many home runs off of like hanging sliders, hanging curveballs, change-ups in the worst place. I'm like, yo, like that pitch you showed a while ago. I'm just like, yo, what a meatball! Like, I love it though. The dude can hit the ball out of the stadium. He is an amazing talent. I'm not hating on it.
Yeah. So my answer to that is, not in a negative light. Thank you for the question. I feel that it's these pitchers are scared to pitch to the man. It's not mistakes. They're nervous. So those pitches are okay. But you gotta admit, come on, our boy Swing this year, he just looks so like effortless, right?
I seen a clip of him. I guess had to been sometime during spring training where he's in an indoor facility and he's hitting, and one of his friends are recording, and he's doing a stance where he has his legs completely closed and he's T-balling and blowing to himself. He said, "Damn man, So he figured something out. He just must have figured something out. I think that's really what it is.
Because this year, I think his swing is just so effortless.
It is effortless this year.
You can see the difference this year from last year.
But what's funny is that people have always said that between Judge or Stanton, when they both got put together, that it was honestly going to be one of those things where you could see the Maris Mantle, chase of the home run record. And I honestly was one of those people that always agreed. Like, I'll tell you straight up, Aaron Judge is a phenomenal hitter. Stanton is a damn good power hitter. It's just I'm not hating at all. I feel like they're phenomenal power hitters, and it's just asinine to see Judge. Yeah, no, 100%. Jordan's a god, man. And it's bad because he's so young. Dude, like imagine him. Right? Imagine him in 2 or 3 years. Like, it's disgusting, But how much do y'all have to pay Judge to keep him? Is my question. That was
going to be the next thing I brought up, right? Before I touch on, the contract figures, right? One thing I got to point out when it comes to Judge, the numbers that he's putting up from his rookie year before this season, don't count this season, but from his rookie year to last year, right, to the end of last year, Judge has had that lower part of the strike zone when the pitch is a ball be called a strike 57 times. That's from 2017, from his rookie year to the end of last year. This year alone, that ball has been called a strike on Aaron Judge 64 times. So from 2017 to last year, it was like 57. This year alone, it's 64 times. And he's still the umpire. They got a reservation at the restaurant around the corner. That's what it is.
They're going to Billy's. That's what it is.
But to answer your question, Doc, it's
I think Keith, I think your mic changed.
It has to be 100 million of plus from the first offer. So the first offer was 213. So you got to put 100 on it. You got to say somewhere between 315 to 330.
How many
maybe?
Years?
At least 8, right?
8. He denied 7. He wants 8.
If we give him 8 years times, say 36 a year, that's 288. So if you give him 8 times 38 a year, that's 304.
So it's probably going to be 40.
304.
Might be 8 and 40.
I think Judge is worth 8 at 350. Let's just keep it a beam.
I think so too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think 350, 100%, it would be worth it for that guy. Honestly. So.
And if he beats the record, it's definitely.
This what I'll do. I'll make it 8 years at 40 a year. Right? Make that 320 for the length of the contract. For every season, though, I'm putting $4 million in incentives. You win the MVP, that's $2 million. You are the World Series MVP, that's $2 million.
Make an All-Star
We win the World Series, make the All-Star MVP, that's another $2 million. Make it to the World Series, that's $2 million. So right there, it's $8 million each year possible of incentives if you perform.
Yep.
Oh, we also have a player named later in beta trade.
A player to be named? No, Arenado. Woo!
Joey Gallo. Joey Gallo is a player name to be named later.
Poor guy.
Well, I don't see much more news yet, man. I mean, I see Joel Sherman. Yeah, Joel Sherman said, I guess now we can open the offseason trade market. Shohei Ohtani, Pablo Lopez, Ian Happ. Those are all guys that'll be in big talks in offseason.
Brian Hott says center fielder Harrison Bader, who the Yankees reportedly acquired from the Jordan Montgomery trade, is obviously on the IR. Plantar fasciitis will be shut down for several weeks, but the Cardinals were expecting him to return before the end of the season. So I guess we'll see him sometime in September, maybe.
Yeah, and again, it's not even like we really were worried about another bat, right? Or offensively, we're solid. So it's great. Yeah, we have him out there. Maybe, he recovers great. It is somebody that moves Hicks away from center field, move Judge back, right? But I don't know if you guys heard. What the hell are we doing with us getting rid of Montgomery? Where's the other arm?
No,
I have no idea.
So school me here. Is there somebody in our system that's ready to be called up right now?
probably Devi if you're gonna call anybody up.
Oh, damn.
the person that was
Debbie
ready
ready?
to be called up was Waldachek, but we traded him away.
Yeah.
Besides that, there's no other prospect that I know of that's ready. Let me just look through the
Debbie
list
pitched
right
last
now.
year. The only person I could think of.
Yeah.
He made a few
Reds
appearances
acquire
last year.
Austin Romine. What up, Romine?
Austin Romine's still balling? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he
Good
just
for him.
the Reds acquired him. That's why I got it. I was like, I haven't seen that name in a minute.
Yeah, me either. Wow.
Your Andres Gomez, he's a starting pitching prospect. He's expected to be in the majors by 2023, so maybe him.
And then we got that kid that we drafted this year too, right? But he's
way off.
A few years away.
He's
He's a
several
few
years
years
out.
away. Yeah, he's several years out.
Do you guys see a world where Herman gets it together?
Yeah, I mean, hey, he pitched well against Scherzer, and he pitched well the other night. He gave up 2 runs, dude, in 5-6 innings.
Yeah.
Isn't that a quality start? I mean, he got in
that is.
trouble, but
Right.
hey, it's not like he went out and shot 4 or 5 runs. You know what I mean? It was 2 runs in 6
Yeah, I mean,
innings.
the last
man.
showing was way better than 2 days ago, right?
yeah,
So
Yeah,
you saw the
his last
improvement.
outing against Seattle was way better
Was
than his
way
first
better.
2 starts. He went 5 innings. He only gave up 2 runs. Granted, one of them was on a home run. The thing about Domingo Herman that concerns me, and I talked about it when I did the watch along with Kev, was his velocity. Normally, we're used to Domingo Herman's velocity being 96, 97, maybe even touch 98. Since he's been back, it's been around 92, 93 miles per hour. So that's the only thing that's concerning me about Domingo Herman.
Well,
It's just his
hopefully
velocity.
the velocity went down and the location got better. I mean, that's the only thing you can really hope for.
Yeah,
I just feel like, and you guys can disagree with me, I just feel like, yeah, it was great to see him have a better bounce back, but it was still against the Mariners, which to me isn't a super threat.
Without
right?
Julio Rodriguez, so yeah, good point.
Exactly. So, like, I'm not going to put weight on Domingo Herman yet till I see him up against some real bats.
Yeah.
You know, and if he can prove himself there, then yeah, you know, and we're going to have to rely on our bullpen, obviously, to really come through. We need Chapman to get into a
And we
form where we
traded
can
JP
trust him in
Spears.
the
He was a
eighth.
good spot starter for
That's
us.
what I
Yeah,
said to
right?
Heather last night.
Another spot start. Yeah.
That's why when I saw Montgomery, I was like, okay, we've got to be getting Lopez, right? Like we gave up all these relievers.
Also,
starters.
too, Yankee fans, the Cardinals are coming to the Bronx. So we'll face Jordan Montgomery this weekend.
Oh,
Jeez.
that's amazing. Frankie's going to make his first appearance Friday, I think. They said.
Hopefully.
He's not traveling with us. Yeah, he had his mother-in-law passed away. That's why he's not with the team. Yeah, he'll be back in a few days.
Well,
what time is our game tonight? 7:05.
It's like normal. Yeah, 7:05.
Get out of here, guys. All right. We're
Yeah,
talking.
I gotta go home. I'm out sitting at my desk.
Yeah. No problem.
I'm
Later,
about to
fellas.
say we got to get ready for the game. Everybody in the chat, appreciate you guys hanging out. Hector, thank you so much for having me come on today and hang out with you
It
guys.
was a pleasure, Jake.
Thanks,
Fellas, love you guys.
Everybody in the chat,
Thank you.
we got the everybody in the chat. We got What the Show tonight at 9:00. Tune in. Hector's actually making an appearance on there to talk a little schmack with my co-host Jose Ruckus, talking MVP chatter. Yo, Hector, man, the Yankees Morning Brew special episode excites me, bro. It was a good time.
It was a good episode. I want to give a shout out real quick. We got some new subscribers. We're sitting at 562 right now. So on our way to 600 and beyond. So please, if you're watching this and you aren't subscribed, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And like Jigga Man was saying earlier while he was making fun of me, there's a giveaway going on. Ding, 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 ding. Please subscribe to the Twitch. Please subscribe to the YouTube. Make sure you get everything and just be involved with the community. Look, it's right there. Oh, no, it's right there. It's right there. It's right there. That's the steed that they're giving away. But Jigga Man, brother, thank you. I'm gonna keep. I told you this. I'm gonna keep saying thank you until we in wheelchairs, bro. Thank you so much, bro, for giving me this opportunity of even putting this show together. You behind the scenes helping me. Everybody that's involved with KOD, brother, appreciate you, and I'm so excited for this ride for the future that we got going on.
Yes, sir. Peace out. Appreciate you, homie.
Yes, sir. Peace, y'all.